Hey, if you're a first-time viewer watching my video, or this is the first time you are visiting my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and tell others about my channel. Tell them that a new upload video will be done every week. Thank you. Now, anger. Anger itself is not wrong. It depends on what makes us angry and what we do with our anger. Too often we express our anger in selfish and harmful ways, but I have learned to use anger to help others to find constructive solutions rather than tear people down. As a Christian, I have a right to become upset about sin and injustice, and I believe we should take a stand against it. Unfortunately, we as believers become passive about these important issues and instead get angry over personal insults and petty irritations. We should make sure our anger is directed toward the right issues. Life has taught me that anger is a dangerous emotion that can come out of control, leading to violence, mental stress, and internal spiritual damage. Anger for me for so long has kept me from developing a spirit that is pleasing to God. For example, have you ever been proud that you didn't strike out and really say what's on your mind when you become angry? Although having self-control is good, what Christ wants us to practice is thought control as well. Jesus Christ tells us in His Word, the Bible, that we will be held accountable for our attitudes. Of all our emotions, anger is probably the most passionate because it has the power to fuel hatred and smother love. But what we need to look at are the objects of our anger, our motives, and its outcome. Anger that is self-righteous, convinced of one's own righteousness, protects our pride, and if it is allowed to continue unchecked, it can consume us. This kind of anger seeks to harm us, seeks revenge and destruction. It can lead to more bitterness, hatred, and emotions that can cause violent behavior. God's anger, however, is directed against sin and unrighteousness. His anger, like ours, becomes a consuming fire, but his focus is on alleviating our sin and not to destroy the sinner. Our anger usually consumes others and ourselves. God's anger burns against sin and becomes a cleansing fire. The fire of our anger may enhance our sinfulness and self-righteousness. His anger helps us burn away our sinfulness and allows the good to emerge and help us fit His master plan. Finally, God shows His anger against sinful people because we have substituted God's truth for untruth and created our new imagination. This is in Romans 1:25. They have suppressed the truth God naturally reveals to all people in order to believe anything that supports their own self-centered. lifestyle. God hates sin because his nature is morally perfect. He loves us so much. He wants to remove the sin from us and restore us, providing we don't distort or reject the truth. His anger erupts against those who persist in sinning. Thank you, Ralph.